Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in beautiful West Virginia. It's about 80 degrees today. We're so excited you're here with us because we're going to take you on a fun adventure. Where are we going?
We are going to the Cranny Crow Overlook, which is on top of Big Ridge Mountain.
Yeah, it's about a 1.5 mile hike up to the Overlook, and once you're on top of the mountain, I guess you can see 5 counties. So we're so excited to take you all along with us. Let's go explore.
Yeah, and okay, so here is the map of Lost River State Park. Here is park headquarters, the visitor center, and we followed this yellow trail down until the horse stables, which are right up here. And from here, we walked the White Oak Trail up to Miller's Rock Trail, and then when we got up to Miller Rock Trail we had to make a right out to the Cranny Crow Overlook. So what are we having for a snack when we get to the top?
We're gonna have some Uncrustables.
Uncrustables.
These are my favorite, and you know what?
Perfect hiking snack.
Yeah, we just picked them up, and like the texture right now is perfect. It's almost like eating ice cream where it's still a little bit frozen. So these are my absolute favorite to take on a hike because we could just chuck them in the backpack.
We are starting the hike at the White Oak Trail, which is also at the horse stables. So there is parking available here, and the visitor center told us that if this parking lot is full, which you can see it is, you're allowed to park on the side of the road as long as you're completely off the road, which that's where we're at, down there off the edge of the road. And the White Oak Trail is going to be the Orange Blaze. As we think, this park was part of the CCC, so a lot of these buildings are probably left over from the CCC days. And here is another White Oak Trail sign with the orange dot on it. And here is a blaze on the trail, or on the tree. So look at the horse stables down through the woods. No horses today though. It's probably a little bit too early in the season. So we are doing this hike in the beginning of spring. So there's no leaves on the trees yet, but we are hearing some of the spring and summer birds coming back. So the trail is lined with mountain laurel. It'll be late May, early June. This will all be in bloom up through here.
All right, so a little park history as we make our way up to the top. This is from the park's website. It says Lost River State Park is located near the site of the 1756 Battle of Lost River, a battle fought during the French and Indian War. It's also home to the Lee Cabin, the summer retreat of Henry Light Horse Harry Lee, a Revolutionary War general and father of Civil War General Robert E. Lee. The restored cabin is across the creek from the Lee Sulphur Spring, known for its sulfuric smell and rumored healing properties. Built by the Civilian Conservation Corps, Lost River State Park opened in 1937. So the trail is also lined with white pine. And a good way to identify white pine, it has these long needles, and they're in groups of 5 needles per fascicle, or just a group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is white pine. Noticing some chestnut oak as we're winding our way up the hill. It's got this real blocky, chunky bark. And DJ noticed, I didn't even notice till he pointed it out, there is some signs of fire all around us.
Neat view of this ravine down through there as we continue to work our way up, up, and up. So here is one of those chestnut oaks that Mandy just talked about, and there is evidence of a pileated woodpecker working on this tree here. There's some good sign of the burned trees there from the...
Oh wow, yeah, look at that. Looks like whatever it was burning pretty hot, but prescribed fires don't normally burn hot.
I would assume this was probably a wildfire because they don't normally let them get that far.
So DJ was talking about hearing some birds. A pretty easy identifiable bird that we're hearing right now is a black-capped chickadee. I think it sounds like it's saying, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. But I wanted to tell you about the Merlin app if you don't already know about it. It's a free app that you can download on your phone. You can hit the sound button and it listens for birds and helps identify the birds that it's hearing. So let's take a listen. Hopefully you can hear it saying cheeseburger.
So about a half mile into the hike, we are at the top of one ridge line, and it's very flat up across here. But as we continue towards the Cranny Crow, looks like we're gonna keep going up. How burnt this one is. And the outpost cabin and the White Oak Trail continue straight ahead. We just crossed some sort of service road. So I don't mind seeing this guy on the trail. But if you guys know me, I don't want to see any snakes out here. But it is very warm today, so there's a good chance we could come across one on the trail. So the noise you heard was Mandy pishing, and that second noise you heard was a pine warbler, and it seems to be getting closer as Mandy is making her pishing sound.
Okay, so going back to this, the Merlin app, so I heard a pine warbler, and you can click on it, and it'll give you a picture of it. It'll talk a little bit about the bird. So it gives you some sounds and the range. But I don't have service right now, so I can't see all that. But that is a pretty cool feature of the app.
So not sure you can make it out, but right straight ahead of us is the shelter outpost that we are working our way to. I think you can see it better back here, but this camera doesn't have the greatest zoom. Another look at the valley as we're heading up. This is where that some sort of old structure was. You can see the 4 little squares must have been for the base of it. Mandy found a big old tree. All right, Mandy says she needs a break. This will be the best spot than any right here.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So one caution that you might want to be aware of on this trail, this is a dual use trail with horses. So just be cautious that you're not stepping in any of their droppings. The orange trail goes off to our left, but there is also a little trail that goes this way that I want to work all the way up there to the top. Just see what the view looks like there. I mean, I think this is a pretty good view up here. Yeah, look at that. Wow. But where I want to get to is all the way up there. If you can see that, up there or not. So we're currently 1.45 mile into the hike. And the overlook is right up there. But 3/10 of a mile, not sure if we're gonna go straight up or if we're gonna switch back and forth to get up there. It looks like we're switching back. And see the tree with the orange blazes. We're gonna go around that tree and then come back up. So around the tree. And there's Mandy down there. So the last push, last quarter mile, we've gone through 1, 2, we're on the 3rd, and we have probably one more switchback to go for the final push to the top. Well, there's no way to go up any higher. So let's go see what it looks like. I see a sign coming up here too. Let's go see what the sign says. So Cranny Crow Overlook goes to my right. The outpost cabins go that way to the left. And the Miller Rock Trail splits here again. But we want to go to the Cranny Crow Overlook.
I think there's a swing up here too.
There is a swing up here.
And if you have the West Virginia tourism bookmark on your phone, they're now doing a new challenge. It's called Swingo, and you can log the West Virginia or Almost Heaven swings that you have been at to get points for prizes.
So the sign has us caution, high cliffs ahead. All right, here we are made it to the Cranny Crow. Here's the Almost Heaven swing. And here is the overlook.
From left to right, there's Shenandoah County, Virginia, Rockingham County, Virginia, Pendleton County, West Virginia, Grant County, West Virginia, and Hardy County, West Virginia. 5 different counties, 2 different states.
There's a look inside the rock shelter.
All right, well, here is a look at a sign up here at the Cranny Crow Overlook. It's talking about the geology of the area. You can go ahead and pause the video and read the different parts if you'd like, but I will read some of it to you. It says, during the late Devonian and early Mississippian periods, an ocean covered much of North American continent, including West Virginia. The rocks you're standing on were deposited by rivers that flowed across the coastal plain and are approximately 330 to 345 million years old. And this information says the rock shelter at Cranny Crow Overlook was built in the 1930s and constructed by the Civilian Conservation Corps. The rock was sourced from Helmick Rock, a peak comprised of the Price Formation located 7 miles northwest of the park. So this one is saying tilted rock beds. After the rocks were deposited horizontally, they became compressed from the east due to the convergence of Earth's plates, causing the rocks here to become tilted.
Here is a look at those tilted rocks Mandy was just reading about.
All right, here's the Swingo. We're just gonna try and get to the bottom right-hand corner. We're gonna scroll down till we find Lost River.
Service isn't the best here.
I'll let you check in. You got it!
first Swingo. Swingo. Well, we made it to the top, and we're going to enjoy our lunch with a gorgeous view of Hardy County.
Here's our lunch view.
All right, well, we spent a little more time there than I thought we would, but it's such a cool place. We ate our lunch, took in our views, had to wait our turn to get, just those perfect pictures that we were looking for. But we are now heading back down.
All right, well, we hope you enjoyed taking a look around Lost River State Park with us here in West Virginia and had a good idea of what to expect when you hike the Cranny Crow Overlook. I think this is probably one of my favorite hikes so far in all of West Virginia.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah. And
if you can't get out and make your own adventures, keep coming along with us. Thanks for watching.
Bye.